Just about ready for baseball on MLB Network as you get a look at beautiful Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York. Now at the plate, Ichiro Suzuki, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
St. Louis.
Here's the pitch.
The center fielder.
And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball one. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Game time temperature tonight 62 degrees, but should drop into the 50s before we're done. 3-0 now. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
And that misses, ball 4. So not the start he was looking for tonight as he walks the leadoff hitter on 5 pitches. No balls and 1 strike. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And there he goes towards second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw is there to ring him up. The caught stealing for Sanchez. So coming to the plate, Tony Gwynn. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch curveball swung out and missed. Strike 1. Just getting started here in the Bronx. And a fastball called strike 3. At the plate, Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The Dragon. The center fielder.
And that's dead center for strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. He's set and the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it, the center fielder. 1 out. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Hit on the ground after short. In time to first, and there are 2 away. So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone. And former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And he finds his spot there, 1-1. Skied into straightaway right. Gwynn moves over. And that ends the inning. Digging in, Mike Trout, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
The left fielder, Mike Trout.
First pitch of the at-bat. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Counts even to Trout, 1-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1.
The third baseman, number 5.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. First offering on its way. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's 1-2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
In the dirt, did he go around? Yes, he did. The throw to first is in time, and stepping into the box, Gary Sanchez. As they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
The 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Trevor Story is on deck. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Number 51 is there, and he has it for the out. So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And here's the switch hitting Jorge Posada. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low. Slapped hard the opposite way. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out. Now in the box, number 8. He'll get his first shot with the bat here. Line towards center field. But this will not get. At the plate, number 8. 7, 8, 9. Bottom of the order set to go here in the third. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Ripken in front, 2 balls and no strikes. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Therefore, it is Blackmon, and he's got it for the first out. Digging in the switch hitter, Roberto Alomar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. There's strike 2 on a fastball right down the middle.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
Striding in, Blake Snell. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Pulls the bunt attempt back, but it's in there for strike 1. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in standing. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Runner's on his way to third. Fouled away. And the runner's breaking for third. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. Over now, they'll apply the tag between second. At the plate, Charlie Morton.
Leading
First delivery to him on the way.
The pitcher.
And it's fouled away.
Morton.
And now a pitch on the way. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And Goldschmidt able to put the squeeze on it here. 1 away. Striding in once again, Trey Turner. Remember, he was hit by a pitch to kick off the home first.
You want to get on as a leadoff guy any way you can, but that's a painful way to get to first base.
Number 51 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Digging in to try it again, Chipper Jones. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Trout has a read on it, and the inning is over. So stepping in, Ichiro Suzuki reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
2-0 now. 2-1.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball middle of the zone.
Here now the 2-2. Line drive to center field. Turner is right there, 1 down. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And stepping in, the power hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
The right fielder.
First pitch on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Oh, no, he let it eat him up. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Quinn is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base.
Digging in now, Mike Trout. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Line hard to the left side, but foul.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
Sanchez will put this one away. Ready for another chance. Charlie Blackmon. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Now here it comes. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Here's George Springer. First pitch of the at-bat. Low as he's able to lay off the slider. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So striding in, Gary Sanchez. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Center fielder going back. But it's the right fielder that gets there. Stepping in, Albert Pujols looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Turner is there, and he has it for the first out. Into the box now, Joe Torre, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. And here's a ball hit in the air. Blackmon on the move. On the warning track, he makes the catch. In now, number 8 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Check swing, but he held up in time, ball 1. 1-1, here it comes. Grounded down the third baseline. Throwing the dirt as this pops right up over his shoulder. So striding forward now, Roberto Alomar, 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. This is hit the other way out toward left field, and he'll get there in. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He'll match up with Blake Snell now to lead off the inning. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And Goldschmidt able to put the squeeze on it here. 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Jorge Posada hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Well, taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Digging in, Blake Snell. And basically anything here will look better than what happened in his first at-bat, which ended in his striking out on a bunt attempt. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that is through into center. A base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning. Story scoops it up. Now at the plate, Ichiro Suzuki hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
One there, on to first, not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2. He's running. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Blackmon is under it. 2 down. Striding into the box, Tony Gwynn. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. No balls and a strike to count. A runner on first with 2 away. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double. Coming to the plate now, Mike Trout. He's a diamond caliber player. It's safe to say is one of the best contact hitters in the game. High in the air out to center field. Turner's under it. It in, and the potential. Now at the plate, Charlie Morton. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, it didn't look good right there. Just out in front. You know, sometimes when a pitcher has great arm action, you're going to get that. You're trying so hard to catch up to the high velocity. If he shows that great arm action, pulls the string on you, sometimes a pop-up is going to be the result.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. On the run, this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Trout. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Ready once again, Chipper Jones. 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking. 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3-hole hitter.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning. Now to the plate, Albert Pujols. He'll start the 7th in what's been a fast-moving pitcher's duel today.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside. Corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1 home. Flying toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Stepping up now, number 8. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Heading out toward shallow right. Blackmon is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Ready now, Roberto Alomar. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Here's the 0-1 to first. And he is out on the tag. Digging in, Charlie Blackmon, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder has a beat on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in once again, Gary Sanchez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him.
Hit high and deep is straightaway right field. Gwynn racing back, and he makes a nice catch. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Blake Snell. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
Ripken stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. Stepping in, Ichiro Suzuki. He reached a fielder's choice previously.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Tough.
This is hit softly to third.
Oh, yeah.
Throw on to first,
Really?
2 gone. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
Drives it out to deep right center field. Heading after it is Turner. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a 2-out double.
The right fielder, number 19.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Tony Gwynn, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now it's 2-0. Sale rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up.
There's absolutely no need to challenge him in this situation right here. Do yourself a favor, be smart, nibble a little bit, maybe use his aggressiveness against himself.
Here's the payoff pitch. A little roller toward the hole. And nothing will come of the 2-out double. Settling in now, Trevor Story. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
The second baseman, Trevor.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heat.
Yep.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. First pitch of the at-bat.
First baseman.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Comes set and the 0-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a called strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Posada behind the ball and 2 strikes.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Gwynn moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Ready for another shot now. Number 8. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Lifted in the air out to right. Gwynn is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. Ken Griffey will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. This is line to left. Trout is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. John Axford will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. All 3 go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
The left fielder.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0. All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
Turner comes on now, and he has it 1 down. Into the box, Albert Pujols. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Hit hard back up the middle. Turner loves it. Stepping into the box, Joe Torre has one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. And this is popped up near second base. Story is under it. 2 gone. Standing in, number 8. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. The 0-1. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1 and 2. Grounded back up the middle. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone. Now at the plate, Roberto Alomar. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit out towards second. Throw, got him, and they get out of it. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. Over 2 at this point. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Trout is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home ninth. Now batting, Chipper Jones, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ball 1.
1 strike.
Missed with the curveball there, and he falls behind a 2-1. Lifted in the air to center field. Under it is the center fielder. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Charlie Blackmon. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike 1. Slap hard the opposite way. Trout is there, and he'll make the catch to it. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Blake Snell. He'll be the one to lead it off here in the top of inning number 10. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. Turner's under it. 1 down. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Ichiro Suzuki. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 the count. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Liner towards second. On to first, and it's a very quick start to the 10th. Already 2 away here. Digging in and looking for more, Paul Goldschmidt. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Blackmon is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the... So here's the cleanup hitter, George Springer. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Shot towards second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out. So digging in now, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Into the box now, Trevor Story. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
They'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball one. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball two. Line hard toward right center. And now a lunging catch, and he does a full gainer as well, but somehow hangs on for the second out. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and standing in the veteran switch hitter, Jorge Posada. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Lee Smith takes over here with the runner at first, and 2 gone in the inning. Right side. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. So a big spot here, and stepping in, number 8, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Hard liner towards short, but the shortstop got in play perfectly as he... Standing in, Tony Gwynn. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ballgame.
The right fielder.
Hit to first. To his right, Posada. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mike Trout. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Springer will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, Albert Pujols. Last time through was a base hit. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
Turner's on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll... Joey Gallo will grab a bat to pinch hit here, and you wonder if he'll be swinging for the downs, trying to walk off with a victory. Lays off 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0. Swing and a liner. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Trey Turner. The winning run is at first base. Line to the right side. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. So digging in with a chance to win it here, Chipper Jones, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. The 0-1. And he pops up the bunt attempt.
Watermelon, please.
So coming to the plate, Charlie Blackmon. The winning run at second. However, the double play in order here. 1-0 the count. The 1-0. Look out. 2-0 now.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? The second for 1 on to Goldschmidt, and it's in time. Kirby Yates gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning. First delivery to him on the way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Knee high, he barehands it. It's in time. plate, number 8. It was a single for him in his last inning. Hot shot on the ground to short. Throw gets him, 2 down. Stepping up to the plate, Roberto Alomar. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Soft liner to the right side, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So worst case scenario, a 2-out base hit, and the pitcher will not lead off next inning. Stan Musial will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. There goes the runner. Pitch is high. The throw. Not in time as he steals second. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Turner's under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Blake Treinen will be summoned here to start the home 12th, and the best case scenario for him is to take us to the 13th. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Ripken up the middle, and the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out. Stepping into the box, Gary Sanchez. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Here comes the first pitch. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. Hops this one up. Alomar is there to make the catch, and that. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Ichiro Suzuki struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Ball 2 now. That one's in there on the black. 2-1.
I tip my hat to the batter right there for taking that pitch. Most guys would have definitely been swinging in that situation. 2-0 fastball, but that was not in the zone he was looking for. Move on to the next pitch.
Digging in, Paul Goldschmidt. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Hit hard to short. Ripken scoops it up. On to first, and there were 2 down. Now in the box, Tony Gwynn. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
2 mid-90s fastballs, and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball, or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
And he'll scramble back to first safely. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. 1 ball, no strikes the count. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have.
And the throw to first is. At the plate, Jorge Posada. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
The first baseman.
Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss.
0-1.
Pulled toward right center field. Waiting on it, the center fielder. 1 out. Striding in, number 8. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
I always felt this was the toughest pitch for me to pick up. A good executed slider, and that's exactly what happened right there. You get an ugly swing.
And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now. Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. A swing and a ground ball to third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Hit hard towards center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Max Muncy will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2. Good fight to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Now batting.
Here's the first pitch. Oh, just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1. A ball hit softly on a line to third, but little trouble. Jose Leclerc is going to finally make an appearance in this one as he'll take over in the 14th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. And there's the first strike. 2-1. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now. 3-1. Joe Torre waits on deck. And he's taking here and looks at strike 2 right down the middle. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings. And they start him out away with a called strike. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. Count is 1-2 now. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Turner is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Digging in the switch hitter, Roberto Alomar. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout. Fred McGriff will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 fouled off. There's a ball into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Go-ahead run heading for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead. And he is in there. And they'll try to get back now, but it's not going to. Brett Cecil, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. From the stretch. And a fastball is in there for strike 1.
The third baseman.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Cecil, a 6'3" left-hander. His pitch repertoire includes a curveball, a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, a 2-seamer, and a changeup. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Charlie, a swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is fouled. And a knuckleball here is bounced to second base. Throw just does beat him to the bag as that was pretty close. At the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He was a double play victim last time around. Slapped hard the opposite way. Crow is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Riding in once again, George Springer. He was a ground out victim last time up. Troy Percival takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. Daniel Murphy will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Popped him up. Pujols over to his right. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Boy, what a gutsy performance this was, guys. You